In this lesson, we're going to continue with the wheels by building the wheel that goes at the front and the back. They're a little bit smaller and they're solid. So let's go to Lev Viewport. Go back up to Layer Manager. Let's unhide the blueprints. There we can see the wheel right there. We're still active on Wheels Layer, so we can close out the Layer Manager. And there's one back here. It's about the same size. So what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to grab one of these outer rings from the large wheels, and I'm going to shift and drag it with the move tool. Hold down shift, drag it forward as a copy. I'm going to scale it with the R key, R for scale, sorry. W, move it out a little bit just so we can see it better. And R again, here we go. And what I want to keep the thickness, but I want to scale it down height and width. So let's see which handle will do what we want, not that one. When you do these handles, you'll get two different directions at once, and that's the one we want. There we go. Let's go to left viewport. Okay, you can see I did a little bit too much. So let's go back. Let's just like that, left viewport. And it's important to keep the thickness of the wheel the same, because what's going to happen is they have to ride on a track, and the track isn't going to change thickness because the wheel does. So might be a more efficient way to do this, but I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. Left zoom. One more time. Left and zoom. Okay, that's not bad. Let's pull it forward here. Just nudge it up a little. And what I'm going to do for the center part of the wheel is I'm going to just make a lathe profile. We're going to lathe a line again. So I go to Shapes, Line. And let's isolate the wheel actually. Alt and Q. Let's go to Top Viewport. F3. And get the whole wheel in the view. Now let's do this. I'm going to start here. This is the center line. And I'm going to just click, drag out. And I'm going to click and drag now to get the Bezier kind of function. I'm going to click and drag again. I'm just going to come out to the edge around there and click, then right click to end that. Turn off the line. Let's go to perspective with P. Looks like a good profile. And now I'm just going to move that up to the midpoint of the wheel, which is, let's see if I'm correct, right around here somewhere. Let's say right in there. Okay, that's good. And last thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this, make sure that the, go to hierarchy, we're going to affect pivot only, center to object, and now we'll grab this line and that new shape, the wheel shape, affect pivot only, and we're going to, we're going to snap that. I'll get the right one, there we go. Snap that to that other pivot, X, Y, and Z position, okay. Exit effect pivot only. Okay, and now what we're going to do is just select the line. And let's do a lathe. L. There we go. It's in the wrong direction. Let's go X. Okay, and you can see it's a little bit bigger than it should be. It's not a big deal. What we can do is we can go into the vertex sub-object of the original line. And we can drag that a little with the move tool. With show end result on, we're just going to move that a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Go back up to the top of the stack. I'm going to just shift this in here a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to flip the normal so we can see what's going on. That helped quite a bit. And I see now, like in here, that's not a Bezier. It might be a, oh, it is a Bezier. All right, let's go in. You can see that hard line. I'm not liking that. So what we're going to do is make sure it's one vert first of all. It is. And we're going to see what's influencing that to create that hardness. I'm not sure. Let's go to do corner. And now let's go to Bezier again. And that fixed it. That's just like a glitch in Max, I guess. That shouldn't have happened, but sometimes that, things like that happen. And just Don't be afraid to change a couple of options and come back to something. And what we want to do now is let's grab vertex and I'm going to push this a little more like that. And now I'm going to come above all of the lathe here. I'm going to put an edit poly. And I'm going to go to border. Select that border. I'm going to shift and drag it with the move tool. I'm going to scale it a little bit. I'm going to shift and drag it one more time. That's a shift rotate, shift scale, sorry. And we'll just, let's collapse it. Just like that, F4, there we go. Now let's grab this edge and Alt and L for a loop selection. Let's chamfer. Let's right click that and slowly, just like that, change the value a little bit. Change the segments. And let's add a smooth, because usually when we do something like that, we get a little faceting. Auto smooth that. F4. Okay, I want to do one more thing. The auto smooth is kind of killing the detail here, so I come back in here. I'm just going to ring select these, and we're going to use a swift loop, just like that. Click, right click to get out of that tool. Turn it back on. There we go. So that's looking good. I want to set this back a little bit, just like that, and we're going to do one more thing. Edge ring selection. I selected the outermost edge. Alt and R. Let's right click, quad menu, convert to face, and do a small extrusion. So let's go extrude, and just click it so we get that gap closed. Check OK. And I want to do one more edge loop selection. Alt and L for loop. And let's chamfer that. And drop down the segments. And we'll say OK. That's perfect. So let's name that small wheel center. Underscore wheel underscore center dash 01. And this should have a name from where we cloned it from. Let's save our file. If you haven't saved, save your file. And what we're going to do is we're going to clone this wheel to the back side of the train and to the other side as well, to the opposite side. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll pick up in the next video.